Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the third call in this series. Now, in call number one, we talked about everything incorporated in becoming a partner plus. In call number two, we talked about advancing to senior partner and what that looks like. And today we're going to layer on that a little bit again when I'm talking about PB qualification. Okay, so today I want to really simplify PB qualification because I know sometimes the compensation side of the business can become confusing. My goal is not to overwhelm you with numbers. I just want you to walk away understanding what PB qualification is, why it matters, and how simple it can actually be. So while PB officially stands for performance bonus, I personally like to think of it as being paid beyond. So I have renamed it as paid beyond because that's what starts happening. You begin getting paid beyond your own personal effort. What is PB or performance bonus? PB or performance bonus, as it's officially named, is extra income that's paid through the depth of your organization. So you're no longer just being paid on your own customers, you're no longer just being paid on your own orders, but you're being paid for helping other people to build too. Instead of earning from what only you do, you begin earning through the growth of your team and through your team structure. So that's why I like to call it paid beyond, being paid beyond your own efforts. PB is about depth. So one thing that's really important to understand, I think, is that PB is not about building super wide, although extra depth does come with the width. I just want you to think about it as helping people in your lines grow too. So if you were to sponsor someone and then they were to sponsor someone and then they were to sponsor someone, that creates generations. And PB is going to pay you throughout your generations. But for most people starting out, we really want to just focus on becoming PB qualified ourselves, helping a few people become PB qualified too, and then building depth in those first few generations, what that looks like. I don't want you to be thinking of like massive empire thinking or anything like that. I just want you focused on really simple duplication. So, all that being said, how do we become PB qualified? You become PB qualified by having 1,800 in volume running through your business in the month. Now, that 1,800 is made up of your own orders and any partners or partner pluses under you as well. That's the starting point. Then later, as you grow, we get into more leaders, different legs, unlocking deeper generations, that kind of thing. But honestly, we're not going to overcomplicate that part yet. The first goal simply is just becoming PB qualified. So it's a real shift in mindset because we're at the beginning of the business. When you first start out, you're getting paid from customers, sharing products in your own activity, but PB is changing things. So now we're getting paid for helping other people too, and that's leverage, and that's where the business starts to become bigger than just your own efforts. I'm going to show you a few different documents and then I'm going to pass over to Dell and she's going to get into how we're tracking this and where we're tracking this. So let me just share screen. Okay. All right, so is everyone seeing a page from the profit and incentive guide, the marketing plan breakdown? Good, awesome. Okay, so here, like I said, on our first call, we got into the transition from partner to partner plus and what that looks like. So when you start your business, you come in, you're earning 10% sales profit on every order you bring in. When you rank advance to partner plus, you're still earning that 10% sales profit, but you're leveling up and you're earning an additional 5%. So that's your partner plus sales profit plus. As you rank advance to senior partner, we've got our 10%, we've got our layered 5%, we've got an additional 5%, and then we've got PB, which is allowing you to be paid 3% on your downline qualifying team. So let's have a look, a little bit more explanation of that. Now, we did go over what 345 minimum for commission rate is in the previous calls. Here we're going to focus entirely on PB. So once you become a senior partner, you are eligible to earn a performance bonus each month on up to 5 generations of partners in each of your legs, depending on your position. You are not paid PB payments on your own qualifying PB volume. Of course, you're earning all of the different levels of commission on those. But your partners and partner pluses underneath you are contributing towards your volume. So as a senior partner or higher, by generating 1,800 in PB volume for the month, including excess from previous months, this qualifies you to earn PB up to 3 qualified generations when you're first starting, so senior partner. As you rank advanced to SC and higher, when you're generating 1,800 in PB volume for each month, including excess, and having at least 4 different legs under you with a PB qualifier in each leg, you're now qualified to earn onto 4 generations. So I'm gonna show you something after this that's gonna make a little bit more sense. And then going up from there, as we get to QNMD and higher, when you have 5 different legs with a PB qualifier in each leg, that qualifies you to earn PB on up to 5 generations. And as a QNMD and higher, where you have 6 different legs with a PB qualifier in each leg, you no longer have your own PB volume requirement. It's all about your team and what your team's doing when you get to that point. But again, like I said before, we're not going to overcomplicate it. We're going to focus on when you first hit senior partner, when you're first getting into qualification for PB and what that looks like. So I wanted to really break down what that looks like because there's a lot of numbers I've just thrown at you. There's a lot of acronyms I've just thrown at you. There's a lot of information. If we simplify this down to one singular order, so we've got Sarah places an order for an essentials quad. It's 672 ppv. Here we have at the top, Sarah. She is basically generation 0. The order is direct to her. Sarah placed the order. She does not earn PB on her own order. Emma is Sarah's sponsor. Emma is PB qualified. Therefore, Emma is earning 3% on this order that Sarah placed. Now, like I said before about the different levels, that can continue to go up to 5 levels. Depending on where your business is sitting is how deep you can pull. But James is Emma's upline. He's PB qualified, so he is also earning 3% on this order that Sarah placed. Natalie is James's upline. She's PB qualified. She's also earning 3% on that order. Michael is Natalie's upline. He's also earning 3%. And then David is Michael's upline. He's also earning the 3%. So as you can see, as your rank advances to the higher ranks, you can pick up further depth. But when you first start and you have at least 3, you're earning 3 generations. So I almost wanted to black some of this out so that we didn't overcomplicate it, but I wanted you to just get the significance of what one order can do when you have a qualified business across the different generations. The other thing I wanted to show, where is it? Is an example of how not being PB qualified can cause you to miss out in this sort of situation. So again, if we're using the same example of an order, we've got Patricia here. She's qualified up to PB3. So she's picking up PB1. We've got Amelia here is qualified up to PB3. She's picking up PB2. Imagine this like it's that one order again. Sue is qualified up to PB3. She's picking up PB3. But when we get to Wes, who is the next upline, Wes is still at Partner Plus level. Wes hasn't promoted to senior partner and Wes cannot qualify for PB. So he is skipped. Then we have Natalie and Jenny. They're only qualified up to PB3, which means they can't unlock that 4th level. They're skipped also, which means we're going to move up to Courtney and then up to Lauren, earning PB4 and PB5. Now, I'm conscious that this might complicate things a little bit, but I also want to show you all of the information. So hopefully this isn't too confusing. And if it is, feel free to ask me some more questions, or we can book a call and we can connect over it and make it make more sense. Right now, I really just want you thinking about getting your business PB qualified, duplicating with team under you, and picking up those first 3 generations. Then we can get a little bit more into what it looks like as we get wider and as we get more depth. So before we get into the questions, you might be wondering, this is all amazing information, but how am I seeing this? Where am I seeing this? What am I doing? What does this look like tracking? I'm going to hand over to Dell, and she's going to give you a little bit of information on where you can be seeing exactly where you're at and where your team's at. So let's welcome Dell.
All right, I'll quickly share screen. All right, can everyone see that? If I can get an audible yes, because I can't see you guys anymore. Okay, all right, perfect. So the good thing about tracking this is as soon as you open up your back office, you'll essentially see what you need here. So, for example, checking to make sure that you have what you have out of this 345 where you're tracking if you're over it. And then in terms of checking the 1800, you'll just click over to PB and you can check here to see if you're qualified as well. Remind me again, Corinne, where do you go to check your team qualification? I've completely blanked.
Oh yeah, so if you want to check your team qualification, Dell, if you can just check, click the team and reports button
Mm-hmm.
from the subheadings there.
And then
Now we're going to go to
mm-hmm.
qualifications, and right here you're going to have a report that you can check so you can see where your team is at. You can do this for both PB and POB. We haven't really explored POB yet, but this is where you can track your team.
You've got the switch here to switch between PB and POB. And that is about it in terms of that one.
Yeah, so it's really important because we do get a lot of questions, especially towards the end of the month, about how close am I to qualifying? What does that look like? That bar is something that you should be watching throughout the month and sort of just maintaining where you're at. It's also really cool to check in regularly on where your team is at and what their qualification looks like. So, I would say you'd be looking at that report once weekly at least to see where everyone is in the team. But going back to what I shared with the order and what that looks like across the multiple generations, I want to really impart on you that PB qualification isn't just about money. It's not about earning another, while it is about earning in another way, it's not only about earning. It's proof that you're building consistently. It's proof your business has structure. It's proof there's duplication happening. It's proof that you have leaders growing under you. And the most exciting part is like it starts small. Most PB qualified people didn't just explode overnight. They just stayed consistent in their conversations and in their duplication. So what I want you to focus on right now, if you're currently running towards PB qualification for the first time, or you're getting back into PB qualification, or you're trying to make it make more sense, I want you to ignore any big scary numbers, any of the extra levels I threw at you, and I want you to just focus on the conversations you're having, the way you're sharing, how you're following up, how you're helping your customers, but also how you're helping those few people grow alongside you. And that's it. Simple actions repeated consistently are going to create your PB qualification for you. So when you hear PB, I don't want you to think this is a complicated compensation plan. I just want you to think about being paid beyond your own effort, being paid beyond your own hours, and beyond what you can create alone, really. Because that's what this business is all about. It's building something that grows and helping people that grow along the way as well. That being said, I've had absolutely no eyes on the chat while we've been going through all of this. Do we have any questions? It doesn't look like it. Do we have anyone? Does anyone want to come off mute? Is there anything anyone wants to ask? Can I make it make sense any more than that? What's the difference between team promo and team volume? Which number is important when we want to so team promo, so this is the two boxes on your dashboard. Team promo is basically your full any orders that you have shipping, like your full shipping volume for the month. So anything you can be tracking for Partner Plus, Senior Partner, and Sales Coordinator rank advances, it's like your full volume. But when you look at the team, like the volume one rather than the team promo, that's when you hear us say pay line, that box is essentially your pay line. It is telling you what your pay line is for the month. So realistically, when you are SC and above, that box is the more important box because we're starting to look at pay line and what that looks like month to month. Before that, you might be looking at the promo more because you're tracking yourself to Partner Plus, you're tracking yourself to Senior Partner, you're tracking your team. So it depends what level you're at, but that's what the two different titles indicate. Cool. Do we have any other questions? All right, no problem. With that, I'm going to turn the recording off. If you guys are catching up on the recording and you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can, but trying to give you as much information at the same time. So if it's something that we can discuss one-on-one to make it make more sense, I would love to do that too. So feel free to book in a call and we can have a chat. And thank you so much. Bye.